If there was no pandemic, the NBA season would have just started, and there will be something to watch on TV. I keep seeing all these analysts that say the Lakers championship, the Lakers 2020 championship should have an asterisk next to it because I'm trying to understand, because of the circumstances that was out of the Lakers' control, they're supposed to have an asterisk next to their championship. Wait a minute. Wasn't the rest of those teams in the bubble along with the Lakers able to win this championship as well? Let's get in some of this madness that has been spoken over LeBron James and the Lakers organization right after the jump. Welcome back to Tomorrow Leader Sports Network with your host, Coach Walker. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below. Guys, don't forget, subscribe to the channel. Click those thumbs up. Leave your comments. Hey, guys, let's keep on grinding. Let's keep on grinding. We're moving forward. Let's keep moving forward together. I appreciate every last one of you. LeBron James decided he was going to leave the Cavaliers and go to the LA Lakers. Every TV sports analyst sat back, Rob Parker, Skip Bayless, you name it. They had nothing but negative daggone comments about LeBron James since the beginning of time anyway, but it just gave them more fuel. And hey, don't let me forget about Jason Whitlock. It just gave them more fuel for them to continue on with the negative content that they will continue to put out on this man. Oh, he's looking to go to LA to be a superstar. He's not looking to go and be no champion. He's done. He's washed up. He's over the hill. And Jason Whitlock, all you guys that got a man crush on LeBron James. Oh, y'all can forget about it. He's not trying to win no more champion. Blah, blah, blah. All of that mess, right? Okay, well, let's get into it. But the thing is, if that was what he was going to LA to do, was to look for a career in LA as far as making movies, getting additional endorsement deals, so on and so forth, don't you think he would have slowed down by now? I mean, the man has a daggone groin injury, and y'all act like, oh, he's faking. He need to get back out on the floor and do something. If I recall, they were fourth in the West before he got hurt. Then he gets hurt, and they just fall out of contention as far as when making it into the playoffs. But, for years, we've been led to believe the words of so many of you sports analysts out there that have uttered to be the gospel. And that could be nothing further than the truth. That could be nothing further from the truth. Understand, I never understood how one player could have so many individuals that's totally against him of being good or better yet, great at what he does. I mean, many of you sport analysts out there, I'm sure you guys think you're great at your jobs too, right? I mean, I know a couple of you out there have been bounced around from station to station because you thought you was great, but you really wasn't great. But, who am I? I'm nobody. Don't pay me no mind with that comment. But the narrative has always been LeBron is looking to blow up a team and then, leave the organization in ruins once he's gone if he can't win a championship with them or he wins a championship and go. But remember one thing, guys. LeBron James has won championships with 3 different organizations. So he's taken 4 different teams over the mountaintop, right? He's been there a total of 10 times. I think one time in particular, he took a band of misfits with him up the mountain where he didn't have a Tonto with him. Yeah, they got swept by the Spurs, but he took them up the mountaintop. Now, I don't recall none of these other individuals that you're making out to be the number one guy, the number one guy in the NBA now, the new number one guy. I don't recall any of those guys ever doing it. Kevin Durant never did it. Kawhi Leonard never did it. Giannis, still a work in progress. But the only person I can kind of see with that claim to fame is Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Buckets, he's that guy. But the narrative has always been LeBron James and Rich Paul was made the bad guys when Rich Paul became AD agent and wanted to leave New Orleans. I guess it's the norm to create narratives and stay. I guess it's the norm to create narratives and stay away from speaking the facts. One fact I have in particular is how Kawhi Leonard is not held accountable, how Kawhi Leonard is not held to the same standard as LeBron, but everyone wanted to make him the number one player in the world. How often does LeBron James load manage? That's my first question. I guess when you load manage and your team is able to win a championship because the ball bounces around the rim and falls in for your team based on, KD got hurt, Clay got hurt, undermanned Golden State team, you beat them. If KD and Clay was both there wouldn't be no championship Toronto, and y'all know it. Because guess what? Those guys sat back. They looked scared, and believe it was game 5 when KD came back and were lighting their behinds up until he got hurt. Yeah, even though Golden State did go on to win that game, but guys, they said Toronto looked shook. And Kawhi Leonard did not play up to par that game neither. So where was all the hoopla and calling him out? Do LeBron James all the time. Every time, if LeBron James don't sneeze the right way, somebody's complaining and saying, hey, he didn't do something right. Next question for you sport analysts. If you're going to say the 2020 championship for the LA Lakers should have an asterisk next to it, why doesn't Toronto's championship have an asterisk next to it? Better yet, why doesn't Golden State's first championship when Kyrie and Kevin Love both were hurt, why doesn't that one have an asterisk next to it? I'm just saying. And we're gonna put an asterisk next to things that LeBron James accomplished. Y'all need to have that same energy with the rest of these daggone teams and quit trying to play games. But guys, here's another one for you. Kawhi Leonard and Paul George signed with the LA Clippers. Every sports announcer, every sport analyst on Fox, ESPN, Yahoo, yourmama.com, sportsthisandthat.org, any daggone station in the world had daggone the Clippers win the championship. But the Clippers lost to the Denver Nuggets in 7 games when they was up 3-1. Why hasn't all of those narratives been ran against the Clippers since the NBA, since they got bounced out of the playoffs? Y'all talked about the Clippers maybe 2 days, that's it. If it would have been LeBron James, oh, it was the biggest letdown in history. Oh, he's 3-7. Oh, he can't get the job done. He's not a closer. He doesn't have a clutch gene in him. This, that, blah, blah, blah. Well, did Paul George and Kawhi Leonard have any clutch genes in them? What about Lemon Pepper Lou and Patrick Beverly? What about Montrezl Harrell? Where were their clutch genes at? I mean, I'm just trying to understand, guys. I'm like, hey, let's keep this narrative train going. I mean, just why has the same energy been passed on to Kawhi Leonard and daggone Paul George? I mean, and the Clippers organization and staff. Why haven't the Clippers staff gotten that? I mean, outside of Doc Rivers, I mean, come on. But now you want to say the Lakers championship should have an asterisk next to it. Why the other teams don't have an asterisk? I'm just asking. Hey, since, like I said, we got the asterisk energy going on, let's keep that thing popping. But we already knew Fox Sports, ESPN, and every other daggone sports channel out there would run stories daily on how the Clippers won the NBA championship if they was able to get over that mountaintop. But now they didn't do it. So where's the smoke at now? Where's all the heat for them? Please bring it out. And like I said, if LeBron James fell short, y'all be kicking that man in his ass right now, laughing up a storm, just talking crap, just saying whatever it is you want to say. He was saying that Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, Coach Vogel, the Lakers organization and team, and him want they damn respect. That's what he mean. He's talking directly to you sport analysts out there that forever want to sit down and want to judge him on one tier and judge everybody else on another tier just for whatever reason it may be. But guess what? You can't stop greatness. You can't. You can't stop greatness. Witness. We're all witnessing greatness right now. There's nobody in history that has gone 10 times straight to no daggone finals. I'm going to take a year off. I'll give him 1 year off. He went 9 straight and then came back and went back again. But guys, again, every last one of them NBA teams that was in the bubble had the same opportunity to win the championship and they choked on it. So why does that make the Lakers the bad guys? But until next time, if you like the content, please like, share, subscribe. Also, you can follow us on social media. The links are listed down below. And remember, guys, be that one and lead.